I've been hearing about the throat cancer, a lot of colon cancer.
Yes, I have a friend right now suffering from colon cancer. I've been trying to get him in contact with you. But you busy. But,
But I ain't too busy for you, sister.
Yeah, you busy. Like he's going through chemo right now. But you know they're saying that I believe it's HPV is what's causing a lot of the
virus,
throat cancers and colon cancers and things like that.
Yeah.
Like I mean, what?
So I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of your audience know now, but my perception and how I look at disease is super different. So when I see cancer or the mutation of cells or malignant cells going through that mutation phase, I think all disease to me is the body trying to heal itself. I'm actually writing a book right now that'll be out in July. It's called Healing the Illusion We Call Disease.
Okay.
And basically the book is taking every disease known to man and shifting the perception about what disease is. And my stance.
And that's why them crackers trying to come after you.
Yeah, I know. I know. And then it's hard for them to come after me because I don't believe in disease. So how can you sue me or try to send me away for healing disease that I don't believe in? So that's why it's so hard for them to really even get me in court, because my position and my stance is there's no such thing as disease. Disease is the body creating symptomologies to heal itself. So basically, like, let's talk about the cancer, right? But I want to lead up to it. So for instance, if you get a cold, you start coughing. Like if you cough right now, you will feel your chest tighten up, and then that cavity wall in your chest will release itself. So if you actually study a cough, it's literally the body breaking up coagulated mucus that's inside the bronchial tubes. So when you go to the allopathic community, they will actually give you cough syrup to suppress the cough back into your chest to keep the mucus there. But the whole point of the cough is your chest cavities basically dilating themselves and then collapsing again to break up coagulation of mucus, for you can expectorate and get the mucus out of the body. So a cough is a healing mechanism. Same thing as a sneeze, hachoo. Yeah. If you put your hand in front of your face, you can feel wind and particles hit your hand. So they will give you Claritin or some other type of pharmaceutical to suppress the actual antigens that's causing you to expectorate. But if you look at the actual mechanism in the process of a sneeze, it's the body way of getting things out. It's called sternutation. It's the body way of getting out particles, getting out dead cells or anything that's inside of the passageway, and even down to your digestional tract. Then they say a fever. You know, if your fever is over 103, if your fever is over 100, then you need to go to the doctor for you can get fluids, or they'll put you on something to actually suppress the fever. But a fever heats up the body. Not only do it heats up the body, but it heats up the blood, for it can kill any type of bacterial infection that's inside of your temple. So you have a cough, which is a natural healing mechanism. You have a sneeze, which is a natural healing mechanism. You have a fever, which is a natural healing mechanism. Then inflammation. Inflammation is basically the localization of acidic tissues, and that's why you get swelling there. And that's to localize the acids, for the acids won't leak into the bloodstream, and then you change your blood pH and you die. So everything that they call disease, or everything that they call a virus, these germ theories and these virus theories, is actually the body creating itself symptomologies to show that the body is actually healing itself, trying to get not only mucus out of the body, but coagulations, blood agglutination, any type of toxemias, dead cells, all of that. So there's no disease that you can tell me right now where I can't give you a different perspective on how to look at the disease. Like, hold on, this is not a disease. This is the body natural capability of miraculously literally healing itself. What they have done is they have tricked us into the illusion for your body healing itself. All these programs, the teller of visions, or the tell-eye visions, the radio programming, the allopathic community, and John D. Rockefeller had came up with this. I mean, it's an evil but brilliant idea. So evil but brilliant, because it worked. How about your body way of healing itself? I teach you and give you education and a curriculum to actually prove that it's not the body healing itself, it's actually a disease. And then I'm going to create an antidote. That way, when your body go through these natural detoxification symptoms, because you have to go through one, because you constantly bringing in toxins, whether it's through food, whether it's through water, whether it's through the environment, whether it's through air, just breathing in pollutants. So your body is going to heal itself. What happens if I can trick you that when your body is healing itself and it brings these symptoms, you think it's a disease, and you come to me and I give you an antidote and further suppress it. And the more I suppress it, the sicker you get. So you got to keep coming back and buying these medicines until you die. You see what I'm saying? So saying that, let's go back to cancer. What happened if cancer is the same type of healing mechanism? I was reading a book, and the book says something brilliant. It said that all cancer is when the body accumulates so many coagulated cells, and these cells go through basically a process of fermentation, and they mutate. But since it's all within the body basically create a trash bag and dump all of those dead cells in the trash bag. If you look at that mechanism, that's what you call a tumor. So if you think about what cancer is, imagine you have all these cells that's broken down. Your cells die. Your blood cells die every 40 to 60 days, sometimes 90 days, depending on that. Your skin cells die off every 3 days. If you get in the shower, if you get in the tub, you see that ring around the tub, that is not dirt. That is actually dead skin cells. Your bone cells, they change their structure every year. Your hair fall off and sheds off every 4 to 7 years. Every different cell inside of your body go through a death cycle. It's called controlled apoptosis, meaning the cells have to die off and then they get regenerated by something called the ribosome of the cell inside the nucleus of the cell. So if cells die off and the cells go through these metabolic processes, then that means they have to be reborn or regrown. Cells is grown by oxygen. So if you are lacking oxygen, whether it be through eating anti-nutrient dense foods, meaning you eating foods that don't have any nutrients in it, you're dealing with a toxic environment, you're dealing with all types of dioxins in the air, gas fumes, carbon fuels, emissions that's in the air. You're dealing with tap water that got all types of aluminum, mercury in them. You know, you going around, you getting shot up your arms with all these things that they say that's supposed to help your so-called immune system. Because again, I don't believe in the immune system. Once you start seeing how much we come into toxins within the environment, these things start damaging the cells. But you have something called a lymphatic system that's supposed to cleanse the system. But if you're constantly putting yourself in these environments, the lymphatic system becomes stagnant. The lymphatic system is the sewage system of the body. So the blood is what feeds the cells of the body. The nervous system, it talks and it commands the cells in the body. And then the lymphatic system cleanses the cells of the body. Whenever the lymphatic system get backed up, what happens is the body have to go through a different healing mechanism. The first thing it does is throws the body into a cold and flu-like symptom, right? So anybody that got cancer, it always started with a cold and flu-like symptom. That's the first line of defense, because it's going to start trying to expectorate these things out of the body: coughing, sneezing, inflammation, fever. We are not in tune with our bodies enough to know that, because we doped up and we drugged up off the food, and we under all these different illusions. And these, for real, we under illusion. I mean, think about the food, the junk food we eating. We high off of sugar cane. We high off of high fructose corn syrup. We high off of all these different foods to keep us oppressed and depressed mentally and spiritually. So our bodies get these symptoms and we automatically think it's some type of cold and flu, and we say, I'm gonna let it pass. But you don't know what you're doing when you don't change your diet to let these things expectorate. So all these coagulated and agglomerated cells start clunking themselves together. So when it's time for the body to reproduce a cell by the ribosome, since no oxygen is coming in through the environment, what's happening is the body has to heal itself and it has to keep ATP going. So it goes a fermentation route. Whenever you see fermentation, you start seeing fungus, you start seeing mold. All you gotta do is sit some bread out. You come back 3 days later, you start seeing mold form on that bread. Sit an apple out, cut the apple in half, sit the apple out for 2 days. You're going to start seeing it oxidize. You're going to start seeing these brown spots coming on. Same thing with a banana. Peel a banana, sit the banana out. Same thing with an avocado. Cut an avocado, that's oxidation. That's called the rotting thereof. So that's what's happening to our cells when it gets deprived of oxygen. So this same thing is happening to our cells, but usually the lymphatic system is working to push all of those toxic cells, dead toxemia, out of the body. Well, when you have a backed up lymphatic system and your kidneys and your adrenals are not online and not working to do that, what happens is the body got to do something with the shit, because your body is smart. So it start literally creating bags of tissues, and it get the coagulation of dead cells and it stuff it in these bags. Then you start feeling the pain because it's full of acids. We talking about amino acids. We talking about unbinded chemistry and minerals. We talking about dead cells, toxemia, dioxin. We talking about mercury, all types of stuff that need to go somewhere that can't make it through the lipid route and get out through the kidneys and the adrenals by way of urination. So the body say this shit can't hit the bloodstream. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to localize it. I'm going to find a spot to put it at, and I'm going to let it build up there.
So
and that's what you call a tumor. And all cancer is when cells mutate and grow uncontrollably.
No, I've read that. So what you're saying is actually pretty fucking impressive. I've actually read that. It's like, because you know, the cells it's like, where are these dead cells going?
And so you supposed to urinate these dead cells out.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing about the body, and that's how you know disease is an illusion. The body will turn yourself into a fever. You go into a fever, the first thing you do is start sweating. Your skin is the largest organ on your body.
And it's trying to get it out.
So it's going to get it out your skin. Some people get skin rashes. And they look at the skin rash.